Afternoon, guys. I've been on my walk, did 17,000 steps today. So I said this morning I was going to do Pilates. It's going to be a mixture of Pilates and stretch, really, focusing on the back. So just a little reminder, Pilates, flexion, extension of the spine. So you don't want to be doing any roll downs, going into flexion of the spine. So flexion is like the fetal position. So flexion, extension, okay? So you will know what you're used to doing, what you're not used to doing. So just place your feet hip bone distance apart so that you've got your ankles, knees, hip bones and shoulders in alignment. Okay, from there, think about drawing up the pelvic floor about 3 levels, lifting up, so closing the front, closing the back, and drawing up. Yep, make a triangle, place that over the tummy, belly button in the middle. Tilt the pelvis forward, you'll see the fingers stick out more. Tilt the pelvis back, and you'll see the thumbs stick out more. Just move between the two extremities. When your fingers and thumb are level, you're in your neutral spine or natural alignment of your back. To hold that position, it's all about the contraction of the transverse abdominis. So I want you to take a breath in and release the navel out. As you breathe out, draw in. Breathe in, release all the way out. Breathe out, draw all the way in. One more time. This time as you draw in, just draw in about 1/3 of the way to hold and stabilize that. As we get moving, you'll need to draw in more, lift up higher for the movements that we're doing. Okay, lift your shoulders up, roll them back, slot them in their pockets, fingertips towards the floor, middle finger by the seam of your trousers, lengthen through the crown of the head, nod the chin in slightly, elongate the back of the neck. Now just let the chin come down to the chest and back up. Down and lift. Maintaining that 30% contraction. Hold it there, turn to the right, center and left. All the while pushing those shoulders down into their pockets, keeping the shoulders rolled back. One more. Next time you're at the center, drop the chin to the chest. Just feel the length down the back of the neck. Push your fingertips towards the floor and lift back up. Okay, just start to pedal through the feet. Push it onto the ball of your foot and change. The ankles mobile. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, take a breath in, let the arms float up to the shoulders. Breathe out and come back down. As you're breathing out and bringing the arms back down, draw that navel in a little bit tighter. Lift that pelvic floor a little bit higher. If you can, think about coming up onto the balls of the feet at the same time. So just challenging the balance here, especially if the floor's uneven. Down to squat, reach forward and up. Just bring the chin in slightly, keep the length in the back of the neck. One more. Okay, let the arms come up all the way around if they can. And change direction. Reach down the side. Making sure the hips stay still and that we're not rocking from side to side. 2 more. One more. Okay, drop the chin to the chest, let the shoulders roll in. Take a breath in as you breathe out. Remember, you're just coming around here. If you've got any spine or disc problems, don't come down into the roll down. Come as far as is comfortable for you. Take a breath in. Breathe out to start to restack, rebuild the spine, vertebra by vertebra as you come up. Keep the chin on the chest, roll the shoulders back, fingertips to the floor. Last of all comes up the head. And again, breathe in, breathe out. Either place your hands on your thighs or your shins, or if you're coming all the way to the floor, all the way down, and then just walk your hands round to the side. Change direction. To the center and roll back up. Okay, I should have told you about this in the beginning. I'm going to use this tie to maintain my neutral. So find my neutral position, draw the navel in 30%. Tie this round so it's just comfortable. Okay, you can use it for the stretching as well at the end. This is going to go tight if I let out my belly, if I don't maintain my neutral. So that's what this is going to be for. So I want it to come down onto the mat. So if you're doing the roll down, start here, take a breath in. Breathe out, drop the chin to the chest, let the shoulders roll in. Bend the knees if your hamstrings, back of your thighs are tight. Come down onto the floor. Okay, into tabletop. I'll show you an easier version when I've just set this one up. Place the hands shoulder width apart, hand underneath the shoulder, so we've got shoulder, elbow and wrists. Knees hip distance apart and the knees sat underneath the hip. Draw the navel in, find your neutral spine. In other words, we don't want to go into cow position. So we want to bring it nice and flat, starting with the arms. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift and lengthen that arm. Imagine someone's pulling on the front finger, the middle finger. It's not pulling you forward, so your weight is staying the same in this tripod position. Breathe in and release. Breathe out. And release. Now the legs. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Lengthen, not too high with the lift, otherwise you fold in the center. Remember, we're going for length rather than height. Keep the head up so the neck's in line with your spine. You don't want to be up here looking forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. And when you're ready, you're probably already on there. Opposite arm to leg together. You can stay with the alternate hand and alternate foot if you need to, because you need to stay still. You've got to imagine you've got your favourite glass of wine on this table, and if you tilt or rock, you're going to spill it. Take a breath in, breathe out. Lengthen, so we're engaging the whole of the posterior chain here. We've probably all got a bit tight in our backs. Breathe out and lift and lengthen. So use this as a good stretch as well. Breathe out. Reach. So someone's pulling that big toe, breathe in, and that middle finger, but you're staying planted on the ground. One more. And release. Okay, just sit back on your heels. Remember, you can go through this sequence as many times as you want. Okay, just come down onto your tummy. Place the hands in a goalpost position. And then bring the feet together and then let the heels drop out to the side so the big toes are still touching. Forehead on the mat. The swan dive, so starting off in the nice, easy level, breathe in. Breathe out, draw the navel up away from the mat and just lift up to the forearms. They're still on the floor. This may be enough for you today. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Breathe in and release. Breathe out, draw in, draw up the pelvic floor and lift. This is the only level that I go to because I'm quite lordotic in the lower back, so I've got quite an exaggerated curve. If you haven't and you go to the next level, when you get to here, the forearms can come up off the floor. They don't have to come all the way up. Just listen to your body. But they may come all the way up here. Breathe in. Chest goes down, forearms go down. The full version, you're taking away all the support for the back so the arms come up off the floor. Like I say, I'm with level 1. Breathe out, because I don't want to exaggerate my curve in the lower back, the lumbar spine, any more than what it is. Breathe in and release. Breathe out and lift. Two more. Keep those big toes together so you're not squeezing through the glutes as you lift. And one more. And release. Bring the hands up. Sit up. Unsit couch stretch. And release. Sit on your bum facing forward. Let me just keep a check on the time. That's fine. Legs can be crossed, or if that's uncomfortable with knees, any knee problems, and you want to open up the legs, just rock from side to side. Make sure if you're using the tie, it's not gone tight. Okay, so just rock from side to side. You're sat on your sitting bones. If you tighten your hamstrings, just sit on a book or a block if you have got one, just to raise you up a little bit. Okay, now roll your shoulders back. So this is a great posture exercise. We tend to get into this position in our daily life, opening up across the shoulder blades, shortening the chest muscles. So open it up, and then we're going to go into spine twists. So bring your hands into prayer position, pop the thumb even on the chest, and the first finger, just rest the chin on there. This is so that when we turn, we don't turn the head further and pull through the back. We're turning, the back is controlling the twist, not the head. So, shoulders back and down, take a breath in, breathe out, turn as far as is comfortable for you, hold and breathe in, breathe out and come back to the center. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. If you want to move your fingers, you can come into Cossack or prayer. What you need to do is, as you turn, just take a look at what the furthest thing is that you see out the corner of your eye. Breathe in, breathe out. And then you know not to turn your head further than there. Breathe in, breathe out and turn. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time each way. Either roll forward, turn to the side. Okay, another postural chest, the dumb waiter. So palms face the ceiling, supination through the hands. Okay, shoulders back and down. And imagine you've got two plates on here and you're going to open up without taking the arms away from the side of the body. So another exercise for opening up across the front, from us being typing or just slouch while we're in lockdown. So take a breath in, breathe out, keep the arms glued to your sides, breathe in and come back. Feels lovely this, I love it. If you have got a long band, you can use that here. Give me two more. One more. Oh, it feels lovely, doesn't it? Okay. Back onto your hands and knees. Set up your tabletop position once again. I'm going to thread the needle. So take a breath in, breathe out, thread the needle through. Breathe in and come back. Change sides. One more time each side. Okay, I'm just going to take off my tie because I'm going to go through a series of stretches. down onto your back. Okay, pick the feet up off the floor and try not to pull from the knees, either hands on the shins or hands underneath. But draw them right into your chest so you've got that lower back, your lumbar spine down into the mat. And just rock from side to side, giving it a little massage into the floor. I really like this on the wooden floor actually. Okay, now circle it round, let the legs go out, and as they come back in, right into the floor with that lower back. 2, 3, 4. Now change direction. 2 more. Forward and back. So make sure you're not pulling from the knees. You can use, if you're using your tie here, you can use that if you can't quite reach the hands behind. Okay. Just relax down. Take the arms into a letter T shape with the palms supination. Again, palms to the ceiling. And take the legs over to one side as you breathe out. Keep your opposite shoulder blade down on the floor. Doesn't matter if the legs don't come all the way down. This is a really nice stretch. And change sides. Breathe in. Breathe out. Don't worry if you feel any clunking, clicking, air being pushed out from between your vertebrae. Breathe in and come back. Now a little more stretch here if you want to go into this one. Take your right leg out and take your right hand over your left knee by the side. Keep your left arm on the floor. This is one I really like because it often clicks my back into place. Breathe in. Ease that leg over. Again, it doesn't have to go to the floor. Keep the opposite hand on the floor behind you to support the back. Oh yes, I'm really tight there in that back. Really tight. Much tighter than usual. Breathe in and out as normal. And back to the center. Switch that over, so take the left leg out and the left hand over the right knee. Breathe in, breathe out, keeping the hand on the floor behind you, support the back. Oh, I've got one wanting to go and it's not going to happen on this occasion. Oh, it has. Lovely. Okay, bend that knee in, bring that arm over. Come onto the hands and knees. Remember the thread the needle we've just done? I'm just going to use that as a stretch. So take one arm through, the ear and the shoulder on the floor, and take your arm up and push the palm away from you. You can turn the eyes, turn the head just to look up at your fingers. Feels gorgeous. And release. Changing sides. Reach up. And release. Push your back up towards the ceiling into cat stretch, chin to the chest. Keep the weight even between the knees, the legs and the hands. And release. Okay, If you're not doing the roll downs, if you want to come up onto your feet, everyone else's enemy here. Curl the toes under, walk the hands back. Feet flat on the floor. Hip distance apart. Let the arms hang freely. Chin to the chest. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Start to rebuild. Restack the spine, disc by disc, vertebra by vertebra as you come up. Lift your shoulders up, roll them back, fingertips to the floor, really push the fingertips to the floor, shoulder blades slotted into their pockets, middle finger by the seam of your trousers if you have one, lift up the head, nod the chin in slightly to elongate the back of the neck, still at that 30% through the navel, pelvic floor is lifted. Take a bow, give yourselves a clap. Well done everybody, thank you for joining me for that little back stretch Pilates. See you tomorrow, thank you.